Hello and welcome back to the Good 5 Cent Cigar Newscast. My name's Alexa Potamianos. Thank you so much for joining us. Coming up, a look into a local South Kingstown nonprofit working towards the betterment of students' mental health across the state. What female artists URI students are listening to, what is happening this week at URI, and as always, stay tuned for your Rhody Sports Corner. The Chris Collins Foundation, founded in 2018, is a peer-to-peer mentorship program that gives students the opportunity to educate others about mental health issues in schools. The program has a goal to end the stigma surrounding mental health, starting right here in South Kingstown, Rhode Island. Ryan Estus has the story.
The high school environment today can be a stressful one, and it is easy to feel overwhelmed by classes, extracurriculars, and college admissions. Luckily, a student organization called Peer to Peer is helping to spread the importance around mental health. Mark and Beth Collins started the Chris Collins Foundation to honor their son who died by suicide as a first year at college.
We felt like we wanted to try to continue the work that Chris was doing in helping others. And so we came up with the idea of starting a foundation, and then through a bunch of research found the peer-to-peer program.
Peer-to-Peer was started by the University of Michigan's Depression Center, and with the help of the Collins family, spread to high schools in Rhode Island.
The foundation now funds that program here in Rhode Island. Started in 2 high schools in South Kingstown and Narragansett back in 2018, and currently we're in 10 schools around the state, and we'll be adding even more this fall.
Along with a yearly training sponsored by the U-Michigan Depression Center, with dozens of attendees ranging from 7th graders to high school seniors traveling to the University of Rhode Island's Ryan Center, the Chris Collins Foundation also holds a wiffle ball tournament in August each year, inviting mental health resources from around the state to speak to participants.
So the most important part of the day is just taking a few minutes to speak with the people who are there and, to learn about what they offer. So it's a great way to introduce these resources to some people that may not have, interacted with them in the past.
The events the foundation and Peer-to-Peer have put on have been well received by the community, while also educating others on mental illnesses and the stigma that surround them.
We want to encourage help seeking, especially early on in someone's illness, because certainly the outcomes are much greater and much more positive. People seek help early and feel comfortable seeking help early. And it's treatable. It is something that you can receive treatment for, many different types of treatment, whether it be medications or counseling. And we want people to know that, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to ask for help. And mostly it's okay to talk about mental illness, the same way we talk about other illnesses. And as a community, everybody should be open to the conversation and open to supporting others.
In Wakefield, I'm Ryan Estus, the Good 5 Cent Cigar.
As Women's Month comes to a close, 2 of the cigar's very own, Lucas Masiello and Lauren Drapeau, went around campus to see what female artists students are listening to this March.
Yeah.
All right, what is your name?
My name is Willa.
And in honor of Women's History Month, who's your favorite female artist?
Does it have to be like a visual artist or any type of artist?
Visual, music, anything.
Sammy Ray from Sammy Ray and the Friends.
Awesome, thank you so much. What are your names?
I'm Christian.
I'm Kemily.
And who are your favorite female artists in honor of Women's History Month?
Favorite female artists? You want like 3, or you want like a number?
Let's do top 1, number 1.
Number 1, I would say right now is probably SZA.
Awesome.
She's a beautiful woman.
Good one.
She makes beautiful music. Like, what else do you need, What else do you want from anybody in this world?
Absolutely.
Besides beauty. And
Great music.
In its purest form. And that's what she exemplifies.
I would say Jen Carter.
Jen Carter?
Great choice.
Awesome.
Like the complete opposite, but still a woman doing her thing.
Right. She's entering a field that's mostly dominated by men.
That's like all
but
drill music.
That's what I'm saying, but she's still doing her thing.
She's like one of the main female rappers in drill, so that's
Right.
what
Happy Women's Month. I love
Awesome.
We love our women, man.
Love women.
Happy Women's History Month.
Happy Women's History
you.
Month, man.
Thank you so much.
Have
Thank
a good
you.
day.
Appreciate it. What's your name?
My name's Alice.
And in honor of Women's History Month, who's your favorite female artist?
My favorite female artist would probably have to be Nicki Minaj.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Happy Women's History Month.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here today with Andy, Cass, Jess, and Jules, and they are going to tell us who their favorite female artists are in honor of Women's History Month.
Hi, I'm Andy, and my favorite female artist is Diana Ross.
I'm Cass, and my favorite female artist is niche, but Ms. White.
You want to pass the mic down?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Jess. My favorite female artist is probably Japanese Breakfast, which is just a fantastic musical artist.
Hi, my name is Jules, and I would say at the moment my favorite music artist is SZA. I've been really into her lately.
Thank you so much, guys. All right, what's your name?
Kylan.
Kylan, what is your favorite female artist?
My favorite female artist is Eloise.
All right, I'm here with Amy today, and in honor of Women's History Month, I'm going to ask her who her favorite female artist is.
That's a really good question. So consistently, it's always been SZA or Lana Del Rey, but lately I've been listening to a lot of Carly Simon.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
What's your name?
My name's Hannah.
And who is your favorite female artist?
I'd have to say, Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Or Phoebe Bridgers. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That's it.
All right, I'm here with.
Simon.
And who is your favorite female artist?
Rihanna. She's a goat.
Solid choice. All right, what's your name?
Charlie Thomas.
Favorite female artist?
Currently, Ice Spice.
Here is your week at URI. Last Saturday, the Rhody-thon Dance Marathon raised over $45,000 for the Hasbro Children's Hospital. On Wednesday, March 29th, the URI Spring Career Expo will take place at the Ryan Center. With the college decision date fast approaching, the university hosted over 3,000 students for Welcome Day this past Sunday. The second Welcome Day will take place this upcoming Saturday. And now over to Zachary Petrick with your Rhody Sports Corner.
Hello and welcome back to your Rhody Sports Corner. I'm Zachary Petrick. Women's basketball traveled to Harvard last week to take on the Crimson in the Super 16 round of the WNIT. I traveled to Cambridge to cover their matchup. Here's the story. The Rhode Island Rams women's basketball team traveled to Cambridge, Massachusetts on Thursday to take on the Harvard Crimson in the Super 16 round of the WNIT. URI's offense got out to a quick start, shooting 9 for 20 from the field and leading 24-19 after the first quarter. The Rams shot even better in the second quarter, shooting 7 for 15 from the field, but just 1 for 4 from behind the arc. The Rams, shooting this 7 for 15 in the second quarter, jumped out to an 11-point lead at 33-22 over the Crimson with 7 minutes remaining in the half. This lead made the Crimson call a timeout and electrified the Rhody crowd. Harvard fought back strong and cut the Rams' lead to only 2 going into halftime. This lead would hold until the fourth quarter when the Crimson fought all the way back and ended up taking the lead. This is a lead Harvard would not relinquish as they came away with the win.
You cannot ever get comfortable with Harvard. They're an explosive offensive team. They just are in transition and in the half court. They got multiple weapons. They got multiple three-point shooters. They're very difficult to guard. And so no lead is too big. And, I was hoping we'd maintain that buffer, that, 8 to 12-point lead going into the fourth quarter. But again, we just didn't execute. Although the Rams fell to the Crimson, Coach Reese had to give a shout-out to the fans who came all the way from Rhode Island. First and foremost, Rhody Nation strong. We've had about 1,500 all season long, and they've been dedicated, they've been loyal. It's unbelievable for them to road trip it up here and caravan it up, and it means the world to us, as our team and our players know. So first and foremost, thank you, Rhody Nation. The Rams fell to the Harvard Crimson by a score of 74-63 here at Levites Pavilion on Thursday. Nonetheless, it was a historic season for Tammy Reese and her Rams as they made it to the Super 16 round of the WNIT for the first time ever. From the Levites Pavilion in Cambridge, Massachusetts, I'm Zachary Petrick.
Baseball returned home this weekend to face off against the Marist Red Foxes in the first home series of the year. I have the highlights.
Over the weekend, the URI baseball team returned home for the first time this year to face off against the Marist Red Foxes. The Rams played a doubleheader on Friday, defeating Marist 9-3 in the first game. In the second game, the Rams went down early. A Danny Moshe home run put the Red Foxes up 1-0 in the top of the second inning. This solo home run would only start the action in the second inning, as the Rams came right back with a home run of their own. Sophomore Anthony DePino's solo home run in the second inning erased the Red Foxes' lead. DePino would go 3 for 4 on the day, including the first game of the doubleheader. With the score still tied 1-1 in the bottom of the fifth inning, Eric Genther hit a leadoff double to get the Rams' offense going. With no outs in the inning, Genther then stole third base on a passed ball, setting up the Rams to take the lead. Redshirt senior Billy Butler delivered with a sac fly to right field, putting the Rams on top with a 2-1 lead. Butler described his at-bat to me post-game.
Honestly, with a man on second and no one on first, I was kind of just trying to be pretty disciplined because I know they were just burying me with sliders all day. And then Eric, that's huge. That if he doesn't do that, we don't score that run. But yeah, once I saw him at third, I just knew just hit something hard somewhere. Went down 0-2 quick, and I was chasing a lot today, so I was really happy with that at bat.
In the bottom of the sixth, the Rams would tack on 2 more runs to take a 4-1 lead. In the top of the seventh, they brought in sophomore relief pitcher Ryan Andrade to close out the game. Head coach Rafael Serrato and Billy Butler had some comments about the doubleheader sweep post-game.
It's nice to get back home, play at our field, place we're familiar with, and just winning games is important right now. We didn't have a great record coming into this series, and Marist, they don't have a great record. They're a good team. They've played a tough schedule, so just getting out there and winning a game, not only winning one, but taking a doubleheader is really important for our team right now.
But to win 2 games in a day, that's big. Baseball's tough. So those are 2 big W's for us.
For the Good 5 Cent Cigar, I'm Zachary Petrick.
Taking a look at some of our other scores around campus. Softball traveled to Fairfax, Virginia to take on George Mason this past weekend, dropping 2 of their 3 games. Women's tennis lost a close match to Sacred Heart University in Newport over the weekend. Men's and women's track competed at the Rally Relays this weekend in North Carolina. Finally, women's rowing kicked off their season over the weekend against Princeton and Brown, losing all 4 races they competed in New Jersey. That's all from your Rhody Sports Corner. Back to you, Alexa.
That's all we have for you this week at the 5 Cent Cigar Newscast. As always, make sure to check us out at rhodycigar.com and follow us on Twitter at Rhody Cigar. From Kingston, Rhode Island, I'm Alexa Potamianos. Have a great week, Rhody.